Fiohani in the News of the Day program, discussing current and reliable news.
Lately, there's a health bit circulating on social media claiming that sleeping with wet hair can cause the flu.
We will uncover the truth with reporter Gaby. Over to you, Gaby.
Yes, hello there. My name is Gabriela Audrey-Young here. Warmest greetings. I'm in the humble abode of Dr. Henry Jan, the founder of Kim Hospitals. Now, regarding the myth that has been circulating around for most of our lives about wet hair, Dr. Henry,
Yes.
is it really true that sleeping with wet hair can cause you to be sick?
I think that the myths because wet hair just make your head condition become wet, and the wet condition is the condition give the germs and the fungi will grow in the wet condition, not directly make your body or your health become sick. I think that's just a myth, but it a risk to become infection of skin and of fungi. Thank you.
Yes. Then, moving on to the next question, Dr. Henry, what about when you're running late and some light rain came down above and wet your head? They said that you're supposed to shower when you get caught in a light rain, or else you'll be sick too.
Actually, the water come from the rain is like use the normal water, except if the rain condition the water contain the acid, when the mineral and the other chemicals, it will make your irritation and the others, not directly make you sick, but better if you get rain, you clean your body and take a bath for that.
Yes, I see. Then there's this other myth that has been drilled into our minds since we were little. It's the 5-second rule. If you drop a food, if it's not 5 seconds yet, you can still have it and consume it. Is that really the right way to do it?
No, if the food is dropped, only 1 second you must throw it. Don't take the food after it falls down. In 1 or 2 seconds you must throw it, because the germs, when you contact directly, if not clean, it is a content of the germs. Not more than 5 minutes like that's hot. I think if drop or fall, you throw the food. Don't take it anymore. Okay.
Yes. Now, for the last myth that we're going to bust, it's about when you get a burn. For example, you were cooking and you got a burn in your hand, you're supposed to put ice directly on the skin. Is that really how to handle a burn?
No, it's not. It's true, but that 100% is true. It just make decrease the temperature. It's better, but you must make it clean and degrade the temperature, and you must take care about the wound, the burn wound, with the wound care, not only the ice. That's not 100% false, but not 100% is true. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so you must make a wound care for the burn, because the burn is the wound caused by the hot. Okay, thank you.
Then what kind of wound care can you do at home if you get a burn other than putting ice on it?
Putting ice or the water is good for the temporary,
Yes.
but if the burn, the degree of the burn is 4 or the more than 80% of the burns, you must go to the hospital looking for the medical treatment. If the small burn is okay, you can take care by yourself.
I see. Okay, all right then. Thank you so much, Dr. Henry, for answering and busting those myths. And then I'll give this back to Fiohani and Violeta.
Okay, keep your health. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
After the COVID pandemic subsided, many small entrepreneurs started opening their businesses in schools' cafeteria, including in Saint Joseph High School in Pangkal Pinang. There has been an increase in the number of food stall renters in Saint Joseph High School cafeteria.
However, does the intensifying competition pose greater challenges than the COVID pandemic? Let's ask one of the stall renters Let's connect with Adeline.
Thank you, Fiahani and Violeta. Now I'm with one of the food sellers in St. Joseph's High School canteen. Here I will ask about some methods and also the impact during the pandemic and how them to solve the problem. Saya ingin bertanya, masalah apa saja yang muncul selama pandemi COVID-19 dan masalah apa saja yang muncul di masyarakat ini?
Masalah kesulitan dalam ekonomi karena kantin tidak COVID.
Lalu bagaimana Anda mengatasi masalah tersebut?
Kerja, support catering, ada sampingan, bantu bantu saudara. Ya,
Terus pas kantin buka, bagaimana cara Anda dapat komunikasi dan relevan di dalam bisnis Anda?
ya kita maksudnya biar bersaingnya secara terbuka, bersaingnya bisa mentor anak-anak dalam soal masakan kita bisa seenak mungkin biar pada anak-anak suka gitu, sesuai dengan selera anaknya. Itu saja.
Sekian dari saya, thank you.
The independent curriculum was introduced in 2022 at St. Joseph High School, Pangkal Pinang. Numerous changes have taken place compared to the previous curriculum. Is this independent curriculum providing effective for both student and teacher?
Let's inquire with one of our sources, who is not only a teacher but also a curriculum representative at St. Joseph High School, Pangkal Pinang. Over to you, reporter Gopas.
You're here with me, Hisya Gopas, and now I'm with Ma'am Novi Christina Rini as Vice Principal of Curriculum. Now, hello ma'am.
Hi.
Now, as we know, St. Joseph High School previously implemented the 2013 curriculum. What made this school change its curriculum to an Merdeka curriculum, and what are the advantages of the Merdeka curriculum compared to the 2013 curriculum?
Jadi sekolah ini merubah kurikulum dari 2013 menjadi kurikulum Merdeka karena yang pertama memang mengikuti aturan dari dinas atau pemerintah untuk mulai dari tahun 2022 itu sudah menggunakan kurikulum Merdeka. Kemudian untuk perbedaan sendiri atau hal yang berbeda dari kurikulum 2013 adalah di kurikulum Merdeka itu siswa itu lebih diberikan kesempatan yang lebih luas untuk menentukan sendiri mata pelajaran yang dipilih, tidak menggunakan penjurusan tetapi lebih ke mata pelajaran apa yang diminati sesuai minat bakat dan mungkin ke jenjang yang lebih tinggi seperti perguruan tinggi itu lebih mata pelajaran yang diambil itu lebih sesuai seperti itu. Dan juga dalam pembelajarannya itu siswa lebih diberi kesempatan untuk lebih ke prakteknya atau lebih diberi kebebasan untuk mengeksplorasi banyak hal, tidak hanya secara teoritis tetapi juga secara praktek.
Jadi siswa diperbolehkan untuk memilih sesuai yang mereka mau.
Betul, ya. Tapi meskipun demikian tetap ada aturannya, tidak bebas yang seluas-luasnya, tetapi tetap ada aturan yang ada untuk menentukan pilihan tersebut.
The next question is, after you explained earlier about the advantage, now I want to ask, what are the weakness of the Merdeka curriculum?
Oke. Kelemahannya ya, kelemahan dari kurikulum Merdeka itu karena mungkin bebas sehingga karena ini kan posisinya diberikan kebebasan seluas-luasnya baik guru maupun siswa. Jadi mungkin di sini terjadi kebingungan karena posisinya kalau bebas itu kan kita sendiri menentukan. Sedangkan kalau kurikulum 2013 ini sudah posisinya sudah seperti itu dilakukan dijalankan adanya begitu lalu dijalankan seperti itu. Sedangkan kalau Merdeka ini posisinya kita buat sendiri, baik metode pembelajaran, kemudian materi juga bisa pilih metode esensial sehingga kebanyakan kalau guru-guru sendiri itu bingung karena posisinya kan ini harus bagaimana mengajarnya dan lain-lain. Itu salah satu kelemahannya. Yang lainnya adalah paling pada saat kelas 11 itu pengaturan mapel pilihan atau mapel peminatan itu pada saat karena di sekolah ini kan memilihnya bebas sehingga mengatur jadwalnya agak kesulitan. Itu kalau dari saya sendiri seperti itu.
And the last question is, what ma'am hope after the student in Santo Yosef High School implemented the Merdeka curriculum?
Oke, jadi harapan saya itu karena ini posisinya kan anak-anak memilih sendiri mapelnya, maka di sini harapannya apa yang sudah dipilih, mata pelajaran yang dipilih itu memang sesuai dengan apa yang akan dicita-citakan di kemudian hari. Semisal mau jadi dokter atau mau jadi pegawai bank misalnya ya. Jadi mata pelajaran yang dipilih itu cocok dengan apa yang nanti akan dicita-citakan atau apa yang nanti akan diambil ketika kuliah. Jadi jangan sampai ada istilah salah ambil mata pelajaran atau salah ambil jurusan, karena posisinya yang sudah dipilih dari mulai kelas 11 itu sudah harus dicocokkan dengan kebutuhannya di masa depannya. Seperti itu. Nah, untuk pembelajaran sehari-hari sih harapan saya karena ini posisinya anak-anak lebih explore banyak hal, jadi untuk pemahaman terhadap suatu materi itu tidak hanya secara teori tapi juga lebih ke terjun sendiri ke lapangan, kemudian praktek dan lain sebagainya.
Thank you, ma'am, for the report.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
The information earlier concludes our meeting for now. I'm Viohani.
And I'm Violeta.
We bid you farewell and look forward to meeting you again. Thank you.